Alright, day one, I am in Act 4. Projectile pins seem to be pretty damn good for defenses and offensive. I go into an area, I shoot people with rapid fire, they all get pinned, and then I explode them with grenades. For the most part, it's pretty damn chill. This is how I pathed it. Ran down here to get all this projectile damage, a little bit of armor. I love life regen because, you know, popping potions on bosses, sometimes you can run out of potions, so it's always nice to get this little life regen. We got some two-handed stuff, projectile stuff, pin. You get a bunch of pin buildup right there. Coming up this way, 25% reduced grenade detonation time. These grenades take quite a while to explode. Popping up over here, this is a whole pin cluster that I think is brand new. I never used pin before, so if it was here, I didn't see it, but I think it's brand new. So I'm just grabbing them all for now. I might be able to trim some down, maybe just remove this one right here for the 15% build up and free up a point, but that doesn't matter. And then this one, reduce movement speed penalty while moving. Really big fan of that. And then also projectile attacks have a 12% chance to fire 2 additional projectiles while moving. That also includes my grenades, and when that pops off, it pops off pretty damn hard. And I realize that I got an open spot for a jewel. Is that the only jewel I have? Watch this, 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 watch this. Boom. Totally useless. Well, let's fucking... Oh, I don't have... What am I doing? I don't have a lot of currency. We'll just pop that bitch in there. Get in there. Get in there. In terms of gear, I am rocking this crossbow. I just got it. It's the first upgrade I've gotten in a while. It doesn't have plus to levels, but it is pretty solid. That's pretty damn solid. Pretty basic gear across the board. Nothing really that special. Got one of these bad boys. Intimidates things. Nothing too good, nothing too special. I am rocking around with those level of resistances, and because I pin everything, it's been kind of fine. It's been pretty fine. So let's just let's try to find whatever this bag is. I think it's going to be in the Trial of Ancestors, and let's just show a little bit of this combat. Oh, never mind. This has got like a whole arena thing. I think I fight people in an arena. Alright, let's just go to Eye of Hinakora. Land ahoy. Now the auto run is pretty janky and I don't like it, but I have my dodge on my third mouse button, and I've had it there for 10 years. So there's no way I can unlearn that mouse button 3 with my thumb is dodge roll, right? That is dodge roll. It was blink in Path of Exile 1. It's dodge roll in Path of Exile 2. And if I were to hold this with my thumb, it gets a wee bit tired. Shut up. It gets a wee bit tired. So I have it on auto run, but auto run is a bit janky. It's kind of sometimes a little bit hard to get out of the auto run situation. Put on the right stuff. Okay, there are like no monsters here. What the hell is going on? There we go. Give me some of this. So you see, it just pins everybody. They all freeze. Then once you get up to 15 heat, you throw those grenades, and then they all blow up. It's pretty great. I usually like to rock around the 30 range, and then once I get there, I do that. And whenever you dodge roll, you get gas grenades, and you just kind of pop off. It's really easy. It works very well. Pin. See, they're just pinned up. Oh, I overcharged it. That is one thing you gotta pay attention for. You can overcharge your rapid fire. You do more damage as it overheats, but if you don't pay attention, you will overheat it completely. And because I got chain and also chain on terrain, it kind of just knocks shit out. It just kind of fucks shit up. Get those gas grenades. Boom. It just kind of works. I am a big fan of Rapidfire Pin Tactician. He just gets the job done. No fuss, no muss. He just walks around, he pins all the bitches to the ground, and he just rapid fires on that ass. They don't have a shot. He's basically Bill Cosby. See, that's a funny joke, because Bill Cosby is notorious for giving girls roofies and then raping them, which is very similar to what is happening to this turtle. He's been roofied up, and he just can't move anymore. He's all tied up. Now, most of my deaths, if not all of them, have come from not paying enough attention on bosses and just kind of letting them hit me with a skill they're not supposed to hit me with. And sprinting. I'll sprint, I'll trip, right? I'm a very clumsy sumbitch. I'll trip, and then I'll take a little coffee break. And I'm just on the ground, have my little coffee break, and all these assholes just come and hit me. It's kind of rude, and I'm not a huge fan of it. What's up, turtle? Now imagine there's builds out there with better damage. But this is a whole package combo deal. I'm fucking shit up real bad, and I'm locking shit down. So it's both defense and offense at the exact same time. Look at those boys pinned up. Let's get another one of these. What do you got for me, huh? Grenades. We're at 40. Toss some grenades. Do some rolls. Boom. Who is next? And we got more? Nope. Excellent. That is good enough. You saw it in action. It's working just fine. It's just a breeze. It's just a breeze. Now, I don't fully understand one of the mechanics just yet, because I've been playing through the campaign. I haven't really taken the time to read up on it. But there's this node, immobilization buildup. A target is immobilized and cannot move, for example, due to being frozen, pinned, heavy, stunned, or electrocuted. I don't really understand how immobilization works with pin. Like, do I immobilize them and then they get pinned? Are pinning shots immobilization? I don't really understand it. Could be that, I'm on that wacky tobacco every damn day to play this game. But, it's just not clicking for me what the fuck that even does. And there is some immobilization nodes right here. Immobilization buildup, increased damage against immobilization enemies. Now, if this increased damage against immobilized enemies means that only when they're locked down and they can't do anything, that might not be that good. But I don't really understand immobilization just yet. I'll figure it out. I'll mess with it. I'll play with it. I'll get it going. But how the combo is kind of working, I'm rocking rapid fire with a multi-shot to rapid attacks and chain. Yeah, that's what I'm using. Something could probably be better than rapid attacks, but because my multi-shot is also my defense, and it's throwing the arrows out, and it's basically pinning any white mob in one hit, the faster I get my arrows out, the more pins I get on more enemies. So I am using this for the quality of life. It's definitely not the most powerful. I'm sure there's a ton of other skills out there that are more powerful. But for now, I am enjoying having it shoot a little bit faster. So if we read this, it says, heat builds up on your crossbow as you fire them. At reaching maximum heat will prevent you from firing or reloading these bolts for a short time. However, other skills can consume heat for extra benefits. Using these skills again reloads the clips. So, I don't really know. There we go. Doesn't really say what the extra benefit is. I kind of tried to figure out what the extra benefit is, but I can't, for the life of me, figure out what the extra benefit is of that explosion. So I might have to try to look at what heat does. But it'll consume 15 heat charges. Let's go to, let's just Shrike Island. It'll consume 15 heat charges for the grenades, and it's making the grenades more powerful. I just don't really know how much more powerful. This game is very clear with all of its mechanics and all of its, you know, documentation on how things work. It's as clear as day. There's never any real confusion about how any of this stuff works. It's just crystal, right? You always just fully understand what all of your stuff does. So if we take a look at the heat, if I throw it at 9, it doesn't consume the heat. Doesn't consume the heat at all. So you have to get 15 of these bad boys charged up. And then when you throw it, it consumes 15. And you can see they're all kind of special. You throw them without that, they're not all red and heated up and explodey. But when you get to 15, they become super special. 15, throw them out there, and let's just watch them boom. And then they boom. It's actually a lot of fun in terms of a playstyle as well. And it's only a 2 mouse button because you're able to use gas grenade with this dude when you do your little rolly rolls. Making it very easy and chill to play. You just run around, you shoot shit. And if I had a little bit more damage, it'd probably actually be better to put in the mobility gem. Oh, I overheated because I was talking. I don't overheat when I'm playing and not talking, but adding a vocal narrative to the gameplay does kind of distract a hair. Get a 15 power grenade. Boom. Everybody frozen, everybody stunned. Well, let's try to build up some danger. Let's get myself into some danger. Now, sometimes I do end up missing an enemy because they're all immobilized and stunned, and they essentially turn into a decoy, like from Dark Souls, where they turn into a pot and you can't see them anymore. So sometimes some of these enemies I can't quite see, and I'll just skip them. Alright. I'm not able to get a huge pack going because, you know, I'm not at end game. But it's just great. Honestly, it's just a lot of fun. It works good. Might be a little busted. Might be a little powerful. Definitely good for defenses. Definitely good for offenses. But then again, I don't watch a lot of other people play this game, so maybe other people's builds are just smoking the cock. Just blowing this build out of the water like this is nothing. But I do play with my bro a little bit, and he is rocking a Hollow Palm Monk. And I'm pretty sure I'm doing just a hair more damage than him. He has other benefits for his build as well, so, you know, his might be just as good, just in a little bit different ways. But my immobilization is really just saving the day. There we go. Now we got some heavy stuff. Especially for this new league mechanic. All these guys sprout out, and you just pin them down. They're not a threat. I am the one who knocks, and they're the ones who just kind of hold still. I've been to the depths twice. I'm not 100% sure this new mechanic is excellent, but it's fine. It's a good change of pace because this game is so... The maps are so long, and even with Sprint, I just feel the map design is a little bit overly cumbersome and time consuming. And it's a nice pace when you get an abyss and you get to hold still for a little bit and you can stop that arduous running that you have to do just all the goddamn time. A little bit unnecessarily so, running from point A to point B. Just a little bit too much of that for my taste. There's a game out there called Nier Automata, and it's spectacular. One of my favorite games of all time. And there's another game out there called Horizon Zero Dawn. And Horizon Zero Dawn has one of the biggest and most beautiful open worlds I've ever seen. And there's nothing to do in it. There's nothing interesting to do in that giant, beautiful open world. But Nier Automata has a tiny open world, and it's like little stages. And each little section of the world you get to go to multiple times and have multiple events happen in the exact same area. And eventually you memorize every zone, and then you just do these little plays, these little acts in the zone. And that is so much better than building an giant zone for absolutely no reason, just because you can build a giant zone. Having a giant zone that is full of nothing is not great. It's just not a very good design philosophy. Like right now, I've just been running and walking for too long. There's just too much going on here. All this distance is just keeping me from getting to the end game. And this shit's nasty. All these fucking holes everywhere. I guess I got a bit of tryptophobia, but I don't like it. It's just fucking gross. Then you had that shark boss that was covered all them damn barnacles. Ew. Fucking nasty. I killed that sumbitch as quickly as I could. Anyways, that's the video. That is day 1. I'm gonna continue on with my progress. Made it to Act 4. Act 4 seems pretty dope. I really like that on these zones, you just driving your boat around. It's actually exactly what I said they should do in Act 2 when you get the caravan. But I was saying more along the lines of you just caravan directly to your spot, and it's like a boss run. So instead of having these really long zones that you gotta run through, imagine if each one of these was just like a king on an island, and you just go and you kill the king on the island, and that's it. So it's like a boss rush area. No more of that running from point A to point B, falling asleep, being a little bit bored. Instead, you just go kill some badass bosses, and you have some really nice boss fights, because this game's bossing is pretty damn good. But the regular mobs, it could be that I'm pinning them all to the ground so they don't do anything, and I never engage with them because they're just frozen. They've been Cosby'd. I Cosby the whole screen, and then I just kill the whole screen. And maybe that's going to get a little bit boring, but it works. It's good. I can't wait to get into endgame to see if this scales into an actual build, which it's kind of looking like it might. Alright, I will check y'all later.